Hey, yo, mic check, 1 2 1 2. Real quick before I go to sleep, man. Real quick. So first, it's like I don't know. It's a lot of these RIPs taking place, man. I don't understand. Like I don't know what's going on in the music industry, bro. Cause I'm kind of confused on like what's happening, man. Because all right, so I'm listening to a guy named Zach Hubbard, right? And I've been watching this guy for so many years, man. So many years. It's like 2016 when he first cover. He was covering Alabama versus Clemson. And then he was doing that gematria thing, right? And a lot of people was trying to discredit him because of that. But if you got into it and you look at the numbers and how it aligns up to these events that's taking place, it's like you could see some truth in it. I've acknowledged that, right, years ago, that okay, it's something you were saying, something it's making sense. Like I don't think this shit is happening just by chance, right? So when I look at the people that you see on TV, the ones who you see in the public eye, I'm like, okay, so is this, did they sign up? Like, did they sign up for something? Like, do they know that, all right, by them being given notoriety, excuse me, notoriety, some fame, some clout, that it'll come at a price. And it makes sense. The price makes sense, right? So, in the case of these Atlanta rappers, there's been a lot of them been passing away. And, you got Rich Homie Quan who passed away last year. And now you got Young Scooter. What up, Tay Tay? What up, what up? I'm looking at Young Scooter like, okay, so I've been knowing him since 2012. He in his music, 2012, right? What up, Kills? So I know he always rapped about moving dope, right? That's what a lot of them niggas do. They rap about moving dope. And I'm thinking this nigga was really moving dope, man. I know he was real tight with Gucci, man, and he real tight with Future. But see, like back 2012, I remember when it was a guy named OG Double D. He died, right? Got killed. He was supposed to be Future's mentor and OG, right? And I thought it was something weird about his funeral. When you saw Future, a lot of them celebrities was there. It looked like they was there to confirm that the nigga's dead, right? To make sure he was really dead. And like afterwards, that's when they really gonna get on, right? Because after that's when Future really got on. 2012, right? So I'm looking at Young Scooter. Now Young Scooter, he ain't never had the success like Future, right? But people know him on some underground type shit. We know of him. And I'm like, okay, so the story is he's in the house, a trap house. He's in the house with a bunch of drugs. The police come to the house. The nigga run, hop the gate. That's what they saying, right? And he hit an artery in his leg. Had to be rushed to the hospital and he died. And then you got other people saying the police, and he and the police was getting into a shootout, right? Got the best pizza. Listen, oh, goddamn. I had to come out there and get some, man, the pizza, bro. This is what I'm saying, though, right? So now you got other people saying that the man was in a shootout, right? And then when I'm looking at this guy named Zach Hubbard, and he made a comparison because he mentioned that Young Scooter, he get killed or he died around, the basketball arena. Same thing with this Say So P and Sauce Walka, right? And man, they shooting it out and doing all what they doing in front of a basketball arena. And just yesterday, this is when I think Michigan State beat Ole Miss, and the head coach for Michigan State is Tom Izzo. So everybody know Tom Izzo. What up, Rob S? What up, boy? Long time, long time. So the guy who do the gematria, he was saying that on Young Scooter's first either mixtape or first album, it was a guy named DJ something Izzo, right? And this is not no coincidence, man. You're not spelling this shit like this. Like entertainment is entertainment, nigga. All this shit's connected. They all know each other, bro. They got different fields, but they all in cahoots with something, right? So you not having Tom Izzo, Izzo, and then you had this DJ with the same spelling, and you telling me that it's really different. It ain't different like that. And now you got boys like Young Scooter. Folks had to get him out the way, of course. So I'm trying to see, was it a setup? Because I'm also hearing that it was supposed to be a woman who was quote unquote kidnapped in that trap house. But then when the police came, she wasn't in the house. So I'm like, all right, it's some outside people lied and said that it was a woman in the house. So he kind of like got swatted. You know what I mean? You know, folks making up stories to get your shit swatted. And that's what happened. Now, he running because he know he dirty. The nigga running. So you got to think about this shit, man. Some of this shit be looking too bad, bro, when you old doing certain things. Like I remember when I was in some bullshit when I was younger, in my 20s, and I would run with some older guys who was like my age or a little younger than me now, right? Back then, like 10 years older than me then, right? Like I'm 27, and these niggas like 37. You see what I'm saying? They 37, and we out here hitting a lick. And I'm looking how tacky that shit look to be that old, hitting a lick. This shit was sad. I'm younger, but these niggas older, and that's how we trying to get money. And these niggas trying to get money, 37, 38 years old then. You feel me? That shit crazy. I'm like, you looking at Young Scooter, you 39, and you still running from the police. You know, I told some people, I told my mother this shit. I said, when you get older, when you get a certain age, you can't let people play with you a certain way. And you shouldn't be playing a certain way also. I think a chick set them up, just my... It's always gonna be a chick in the mix, bro, to set somebody up, man. You see where I'm at? There's always gonna be a woman. In these stories, there's always a woman around, dog, because niggas, you know, niggas be too trusting of women. And that's just how it's always gonna be. You know, guys are too trusting of a woman, and you let a woman come in, and the woman gonna actually, you know, give you up, or she'll fold because she'll pretend like she's down because it looked like it's something cool for her to be down, right? Until she sees exactly what men have to go through, and that right there is gonna make her fold. If that makes sense to you. Like when she see the prison time, the numbers, or see niggas shooting at her and shit like that, right? See, that's not that kind of shit gonna make her fold. She not gonna stand tall to that, bro. That ain't what she signed up for. See what I'm at? Hold on. So what I'm saying is this, right? They saying with MO3, it was women setting them up. It was a woman. This is what I'm hearing about the MO3 story, because they released a video the other day. So this is what is being said. This is what I heard even 5 years ago. It's that MO3 was with a chick, and he went over and did whatever he did with her. But he had her in the car, right? Riding around in the car. And she took the gun out the car. So like whoever, the guy who shot MO3 on the freeway, whoever was over them had that girl working for them, and the girl who's acting like she fucking with MO3 just lined that nigga up by taking his gun out of the car in a place where she know he would actually stash the gun, right? So that's why on the video when he jumped out the car, he couldn't just necessarily go to his gun because he didn't have the gun. The gun was gone. And you got people saying niggas like that dude, rainwater, remove the gun. It's like, that's the story. And it makes sense because from what I'm hearing, stories about MO3 running down on Yella Beezy and shooting at him or shooting him or whatnot. So I know if you understand this is what you do, you could be a felon and know you can't have a gun on you, but then you know how to have it somewhere in your car to where the police won't even be able to find it. And let's just say if you are used to getting into shootouts or being ambushed or ambushing niggas and all that kind of stuff, then you know that you're gonna grab for your gun. So I'm thinking he tried to grab for the gun when the boy started shooting at him first, and he realized like he probably couldn't get to it. He had to stop. You know what I mean? And then he like, hold the fuck up, man, what the hell? And then we realized the gun ain't there. He ran, and old boy already was on his ass. That's the cold part about it. That setup ass shit. So I'm hearing Young Scooter got set up. MO3 was set up. King Von was set up. So I'm looking at Say So P. They saying that Sauce Walka set him up. And I'm not just gonna put that on Sauce Walka, but you know, the head nigga tend to get the blame because that's just the name of the game, right? So I'm looking at Sauce Walka. The reason why people would be saying that he is actually responsible for his artists dying is because if they was all in Houston and they come back to Memphis, like who idea was that? Like who idea was that to come back to Memphis knowing that this nigga got a target on his head, bro? And that just say if Sauce Walka just wanted to come back to Memphis just to bullshit, gamble, or whatever the fuck they be doing, right? I can't say he's innocent because everybody Sauce Walka run with, these niggas got issues with certain people, man. And if Memphis is old boy, the Say So P guy, his hometown, I don't know what this nigga be doing or what he was doing in his hometown, but it's some shit that where a nigga want to kill you in broad daylight. I mean, you did something because, you know, you personally, I'm talking to anybody in the chat, you ain't never had nobody want you that bad to where they'll shoot the shit at you in front of people in broad daylight. You know what I mean? So when it comes to victims in that regard, you can feel sorry for them, but you have to look at like, okay, what you do, because nobody else is getting shot in broad daylight like that, nigga. What the hell is that about? The rumor was the little dude, like a Mexican or whatnot, he stole some money, 200-some thousand from somebody, right? I don't know if that's true. I don't know. That's a lot. Now, if you would have said 20,000, 50,000, I can kind of believe that to be true without actually fact-checked in that situation. But you talking about 200? Like, do niggas who got that kind of money in the game leave all that money, leave that kind of money altogether? Or let's just say it might probably so. Let's just say if it was $1 million right there and you only got 200,000, that made more sense. But who in the fuck wouldn't be guarding $1 million, let alone 200,000, unless it's a straight up robbery? So I don't know the particulars, man. I'm not even trying to get into that, man. My thing is, these niggas getting set up. These bars getting set up, man. Like, when you in the game, do you know when the setup is coming, or do you not care? Like, if you know, hold up. Like, if you know, hold on for a second. Man, I feel better. I had to lay on my back at work. Laying on my side shit. That shit be bullshit. Now look, if you know you in the game and know you done did a whole lot of dirty shit, nigga, and you know that you know, people gonna come for you eventually, like, do you just not care, or do you Do you challenge them, antagonize them to come and get you, or have you heard this shit so much to where it don't even matter? You like, nigga, all right, man, whatever. Like, you know how you been in something so long, or you been hearing something so long, right? After a while, you like, nigga, I don't give a fuck, nigga. Fuck that shit. You know what I mean? If you don't come do it, nigga, come do it. You know what I mean? I don't know what I would do. Like, if I'm jaded and getting a bunch of money and doing a bunch of dirt, I'm just trying to see, nigga, what I give a fuck about if niggas know, I know niggas want to come and get at me. And I've been hearing that shit for like 3 years. And I feel like, okay, well, nigga, why you ain't got at me? To the point now, I feel like I don't care if you come get at me. So the boys get relaxed. They get too relaxed. That's natural. That's why the feds, that's why real niggas who know how to jack and rob and come back and hit you, that's why they know how to play it to their favor of you getting relaxed, because they know human beings are going to get relaxed. If they got a certain time frame on when some shit's supposed to go down, and let's say if the shit don't go down within this time frame in their mind, a minute or a second later, they'll fuck around. They'll fuck around and say, you know what? I can go back outside now. You know how this shit work? I don't like that though. I don't like underestimating people. I don't. In the case of young Scooter, it's like it's your birthday, so maybe some footage will come out about him. But my thing is, like, when you get out the game, when do you get out the game, man? When you got it, like I said, when you got enough to just chill. And we know getting money can be addictive. But how much in the street life, bro, that you need to accumulate before you just say, hey, man, I'm out the game, nigga. I can't fuck with this shit no more, dog. I'm good. I got 10 million, I got 20 million, or 15, whatever the fuck, right? And I'm gone, nigga. Let me go ahead and get up out of here and just go and just try and enjoy some of this shit before them people really start coming knocking on my door. Like, you know they coming, right? You should understand, in the street, niggas should understand that everybody in the streets is liable. Man, that shit hot, man. What the fuck? Got in my eyes. That shit is liable to, that niggas in the streets are liable to be like informants and snitches because they doing reckless shit, right? And the police could lock them up, but nah, nigga, if they are valuable on the streets and getting information, in order for the police to get somebody bigger, the police will let a nigga who you think, right, is solid and feared and respected, right, but he's not really a big piece of the game, they'll let him go, because why would they take him to jail to notify other niggas in the streets who's bigger that this little peon ass nigga who got hard, that he's locked up? Like, why would? You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about how folks, when they trying to get at you, how they gonna get at you for real? Why would they lock up a crash shot or a dummy or just somebody who is not high up in the ranks, but he's trying to come up? Like, you telling me a nigga can move bricks and dope and pills successfully like that? He that cold to where he can just go across state lines and he can just move dope across state lines or ride around with dope like that, have dope in his pocket and shit like that. You just telling me this nigga ain't never been approached by nobody? Like, common sense would tell me that, okay, if I see the same, like back where I'm from, right, in Fifth Ward, you see the same niggas, these same dudes. As I got older, I realized who could have been snitches and who was really solid. Like, even if I'm looking at my cousins and stuff right there, right, I'm looking at all them niggas that they was hustling when I was little, and I saw these niggas hustling. and you'll see them today, and then after a while you don't see them no more. That same thing with them crackheads, right? You'll see them crackheads and shit, and then you don't see the crackheads no more. And you like, man, what the fuck happened? Y'all didn't die? Y'all niggas ain't just up and moving, nigga. Come on, man. Y'all don't. Come on, man. Like, you're not gonna play with me like you a crackhead like that, but you moved to the suburbs, nigga. You get what I'm saying? We've been seeing you walking the streets, not the ones who drive cars and got jaws and they hit the pipe when they get off work. We talking about niggas who walk the street. Why I don't see the niggas who who used to walk the street? Why they not on the streets no more, man? Where they at? They not locked up. They used to confuse me when I was coming up. I used to ask my people, like, man, what happened to so-and-so? What happened to so-and-so, right? The men and women. Motherfucker still living, huh? I'm like, that nigga still living. She still, I knew it. Where they go? What about all them niggas that was around here hustling, selling dope and shit, right? When we was like young and kids and shit and teenagers and all that. Where them niggas went? They ain't locked up. Because you know about the niggas that got locked up. And the niggas who died. Them niggas was snitching then. It was one dude, I swear to God, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I swear to God. There's a dude, and I ain't gonna name a nigga name, but that nigga was a character, dog. Like, he was in Fifth Ward, right? He used to hustle like that with my cousins and shit like that, right? We was young, and that nigga would play football with us in the middle of the street. I don't know if they say that he had any background, like, I don't know if he was somebody's son or somebody's nephew from somewhere else in Fifth Ward, right? But we know that his family wasn't where we was from. And one day, I must have been walking home, man, right? And I seen the police. This nigga was running from the police, dog, in the car. And that nigga blew past us, man. And the police chased after that nigga, right? And they went to another street. And I did not hear about this nigga getting arrested, man. I didn't hear no, like, police sirens and shit like that. I didn't hear none of that. It's like, that was like on some Walka, Texas Ranger type shit. Like when Walka bust into this bar, and he was doing work on on some organized crime, whatever the fuck out there, man, in Texas, right? And the informant that he had working for him is who he ran up on, and he took him to the bathroom, and they had like they was in that bitch fighting and shit, but they wasn't. It's like the dude was just telling him everything he needed to know, but they acting like they fighting, fake punches and all of those shit, right? And what happened was he said, "So you ready for the grand finale, huh?" He like, "Yeah, go on, throw me out." So Walker just threw his ass through the goddamn through the door, and he came out on the floor, rolling on the floor, right? And it'll give the illusion like Walker whooped his ass, though, right? But the whole time, this nigga was in that bitch telling Walker everything he need to know. And that's what reminded me of this dude who was hustling with my goddamn cousins when the police, he blew past us, man. And the police chasing that nigga tight. And I'm like, man, what the fuck? And I didn't hear nothing else. We didn't hear nothing else when they hit that corner and went about their way. I'm like, man, that nigga was snitching, bro. Had to be. Setting up niggas and shit, bro. Setting up shit. It was a motherfucking broad, nigga. Set my cousin up. On some dope shit, man. It was a hoe, nigga. And my cousin, this nigga had to go do years in the feds behind that shit. And I looked this bitch up on Facebook one day. I'm like, man, that's that bitch. I said, that's her. And the reason why I knew it was her, because she looked like she's the same age as my cousin, older. And I'm looking like, man, this motherfucker bitch, nigga, snitch like a motherfucker on my cousin, dog. I'm like, so if I presented to my cousin what that nigga would do, he might be like, nigga, don't worry about that hoe, man, fuck that bitch, nigga. And people, it's just crazy for street niggas not to know that people around you are working with the police. How in the fuck you telling me you been doing this shit this long and don't know, like young school and them been doing this shit 20 years, how you just don't know people are setting your stupid ass the fuck up, man. It's like, damn, man. And they setting you up not to go to jail, because if they see if you actually done been to court or you done got locked up, got arrested, and nothing happens. If you don't do no more than about a year or two in jail, man, and you come back out and you still on the same level you was on, man, people seeing that shit. You seeing niggas ain't doing that much time, and then you telling me you don't think this nigga is a goddamn informant? You get niggas on YouTube talking about they been arrested 30 some times, and I'm like, nigga, you telling me this nigga ain't working with them people, dog? Like, who in the fuck get arrested them many times and don't do no prison time, man? Like, you ain't did no real jail time, man. And you talking about you fucked around and free? Hell no, man. I'm with Kills on this one. I think I'm with Kills on all this, man. Kills be speaking. Look, James Kills ass be telling the truth about a lot of this shit. I'm with Kills on this one 100%. That it was some female, man. Niggas too. Niggas using females, man, to get young Scooter out the way. Cause they see that, okay, he ain't going to jail for no long time. He that smart to know not to go to jail for a long time. So now they need a nigga dead. Because if they can get you to go to jail for 10 to 15 years, that's like people saying, all right, we spared your life, or you got your life spared. Because jail be saving niggas' lives, right? But you telling me, a nigga realizing, man, you don't do no real time when you go to jail, nigga. And you come back in the game and still be in the way. And boys saying, look, man, we about tired of niggas like young Scooter. The police be turned to vigilantes in real time. You see it, fuck the movies on TV show, but you see these police be hunting niggas down. In Atlanta, that's what the fuck they do. Them Atlanta niggas be like ex-military guys who be doing hits for certain people. If you think the police don't be working for some criminal element, because they working for these corporations also. That's why they even exist, bro. It's protecting corporate policies and shit like that, right? But then you got people who got real good money. You don't think the police can be bought? They can be bought, nigga. You can buy them. If you paying these motherfuckers like the head of the chief of the police or a lieutenant, you paying somebody, a detective, you paying a motherfucker 10 bands a week, man. You think that nigga ain't gonna work for you? Like, how in the hell he gonna resist that money when he resent, or he's supposed to resent, drug dealers and folks doing illegal shit, right? So this supposed to be his way of getting his payback, right? Which is accepting payments from these niggas by putting a squeeze on them by saying, nigga, I can get y'all locked up right now. All nigga want is some money. That's all nigga want is some goddamn money. So you talking about they crooked? I'm looking at it like, okay, you could be crooked, all right, but you being logical. The police being logical if they take it from drug dealers, man. Why not? Why not? And the police got families too. I'm just saying they want some money. They want to have their hands on some real money too. So nigga, that's why they be seizing shit and goddamn selling their drug dealer shit on the market, and motherfuckers be buying it, bro, because they like, okay, nigga. My thing is, if the police in Atlanta are hitmen, there's a whole bunch of black people. It's a black city. A whole lot of black people in position. You got powerful niggas in the street who got ties to these so-called niggas who are in the police force. And they getting tired of niggas like Scooter. They lying talking about a goddamn broad is in his house, kidnapped and held against her will. The police came over there. I know Scooter probably don't know that somebody would lie and say it was a woman in his trap house. But I'm looking like, okay, well, even if you didn't think that a nigga would do all that to you, you not thinking about anything being done to you. It's kind of hard for me to believe, man, as a nigga who's not in the streets, right? And I can sit back and watch that you telling me that somebody who is in a position where they can lose a lot, including their life, you telling me he ain't thinking about the different ways that a person can set him up? Or is he just so focused on getting some goddamn money to where he just can't sit and think every now and then that, hey man, what if this motherfucker try to act like somebody's in this goddamn trap house being held against their will? Yes, folks will say, man, you delusional, bro. Your imagination is wild, nigga. You crazy, man. But then you have to be that way. You think about all the possibilities, nigga. You ain't saying some shit that's impossible. You talking about the possibilities of niggas setting you up. You gotta kind of think of the most craziest shit, the most craziest scenario, to where folks, when they hear it, they'll be like, man, you tripping. If they say, man, you tripping, that means, nigga, you thought right. You did right. That's how I feel about it. If it's something possible that could happen, and nigga say you tripping, look at that nigga as somebody who is working for the people who finna get your ass, man. Nigga telling you tripping about what you feeling and what you saying, that nigga must work for them people who finna come and get you. Cause if a nigga you talking to, and he supposed to be cool with you, and he's telling you tripping instead of saying, man, oh hell yeah, that's a good one right there, man. Yeah, a motherfucker nigga could be hating to where he'll lie and say that's a bitch and he'll nigga tied up and with at gunpoint and have a SWAT team come running in our shit. Oh yeah, that's a good speculation, bro. Be careful about that kind of shit. I mean, you know about the wiretaps, you know about your phone being tapped. You can't act like a young Scooter can't act like his phone wasn't tapped. He can't act like he's not in the spotlight, in the Atlanta spotlight. Everybody know him. Just like how everybody know Young Thug and Future and Lil Woody and all that. I'm talking about all of them, Lil Baby and shit, bro. Everybody know the Atlanta niggas, bro. You can't act like you been somebody as famous or let's say as popular as T.I. and Gucci Mane. You thinking everybody don't know you? Well, you put Young Scooter in the same situation. Young Scooter, he's in the same, when it comes down to Atlanta popularity, that nigga in the same, that nigga in the same bag. He in the same bag with everybody else. Who know? Known around the city, man. I'm just saying, man, if that nigga got to a shootout, which I don't think, but then again, I don't know. I can't be acting like I could even guess. I don't know. Don't know. I don't know. MO3, I don't know, man. Sauce Walka, don't know. Not for a fact. I mean, with MO3, we see the fact of him being gunned down on the freeway, but what led up to all that, I don't know, man, for a fact. What that boy say? Them chicks be all them. I told you that kills. Tell you them hoes, nigga, that be in the MO3 sector, all them hoes who had something to do with that nigga death, man. Listen, bro. You think a nigga joking? I'm not joking. My nigga, I'm not joking with you, bro. Them hoes in the MO3 sector, man, the ones who talking the loudest, they was in on the plot, bro. Them niggas ain't riding for no MO3 like that, nigga. It's the MO3 sector, cause that nigga out the way. And you know, folks like to fucking dedicate shit to people who died, man. You see what I'm saying? That's when shit becomes legit. Somebody gotta be sacrificed for it. It wouldn't have been no MO3 sector that nigga was alive. Think about this shit. Put this goddamn thing on. Here you go. It wouldn't have been no MO3 sector if that man was still living, man. Come on, man. Cause they knew. Well, I'm not gonna say he would never made an appearance in the sector, cause he would. It wouldn't have been no MO3 like this. It wouldn't have been no a bunch of fake ass motherfuckers coming together acting like they fuck with that nigga, man. Come on, man. All of them in cahoots, bro. I can peep the play. I'm seeing how niggas talk, man. How niggas act. Same thing with Rich Homie Quan. I'm realizing there's a setup with him too. Hold up. Rich Homie Quan got lined up too, man. I'm gonna tell you who I'm worried about. I'm worried about the nigga Boosie, dog. Now, I'm not feeling bad for Boosie if something happened to him, because I've heard stories about that nigga playing. I just, you know, you grow to like the person. So, like, we like Boosie. Like, niggas like Boosie, bro. We fuck with Boosie, nigga. But I'm kind of like looking at him like, nigga, are you aware? Like, if you was Boosie right now, would you understand that, okay, you somewhat next, nigga? I mean, it's coming around to you. They go for Future and all them niggas, bro. Like Gucci Mane, Yo Gotti. Those are niggas now supposed to be more alarmed. Like, okay, man, what's happening, man? Now, they could know what's happening, but they still need to understand that maybe their number could be called next, bro, because it's like no one is too big or too small to get touched on. And when you got to think about how long society have went without having a story, you know what I mean, of some major person getting killed. Let's say, okay, Kobe Bryant, when he died in 2020, you know, that left a bad taste in everybody's mouth because of a big superstar, you know, that he was. Even though he retired, but still, it's like this Kobe Bryant. So it's like on the same level with Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston and shit and Prince. So, like, look at the rappers. How long people gonna keep talking about Biggie and Tupac? See, I don't want them to have to do anything to Kendrick and Drake, dog, because it's gonna be like, man, why in the hell? So that shit'll fuck up the world. But if they don't want to do the big name superstars, right? What about these ones that's right up under it? Niggas like Boosie and them, and Yo Gotti and Gucci Mane and Future. You get what I'm saying? The Baby. Nigga worried about the Baby. I'm like, nigga, are they lining his ass up? Because I'm seeing a lineup. I hope none of them girl rappers, you know, be fucked with. But like I say, if you about due for a dramatic story, a traumatic story, man, I hope they don't take none of them girls, man. Cause that'd be sickening, bro. If Megan or Glorilla or somebody or Cardi B. Uh-uh. If they got Young Scooter, I'm like, okay, Future, you, Boosie, Gucci, Yo Gotti, what's up, man? Uh-uh. And I'm looking at it's like a bunch of blacks. Like I don't hear these stories about them white boys, man. I mean, we talking about like a superstar white guy or some superstar white guys or just some up and coming. Like why does it seem like this killing shit is applicable to black rappers? I know black rappers rapping about this shit, but I'm saying like why are black rappers or even allowed to rap about it? Like why? You know what I mean? What's telling other races not to rap about the same shit, but black folks can? Like Eminem don't rap about that kind of shit. The white boys trying to come in, them funny looking white boys coming, they young though. We talking about the veterans, nigga. They not rapping about murder, killing, shooting, gang banging, or none of that, right? All right. And no other race is rapping about that kind of shit. I don't know, man. That shit wild, man. I'm about to go to sleep, man.